Hello, and welcome to the channel of Hope. Today, I'd like to talk about our roles, our place in this world, on this earth, and you can break it down many different ways. One way you could look at it is with an old African story that each morning an antelope wakes up and it knows that it needs to run faster than the fastest lion to stay alive. Also, each day, a lion wakes up and knows it must run faster than the slowest gazelle. Whether you're the gazelle, antelope, zebra, whatever the prey may be, or the lion, regardless, when you get up each day, you better start running. Another way of looking at it is, a runner is going to run, a basketball player is going to play basketball, a football player is going to play football, a politician is going to do political things, a doctor's going to do doctor things, a teacher's going to do teacher things. That doesn't mean that we are one and only thing. If you're a lefty or a righty, politically speaking, or if you practice a certain religion, it doesn't mean that you are that one thing and that one thing only in this life. But look at it from the animal kingdom perspective. A lion is going to go out and hunt, and it's going to do what a lion does. You can't fault a lion for going out and harming another animal, because that is its means of survival. Now, we as a human species, we have a little bit more intellect, we have more compassion, we have a moral compass. The lion is living in harmony with nature, believe it or not. Even though it's inflicting harm on the other animals, it is 100% living in harmony. Much like the gazelle is living in harmony. It's grazing, it's migrating, and yes, it's also being hunted. So the animal kingdom is living in perfect harmony. We as humans, however, we are out of balance. We are pretty far out of whack. We're harming one another. And we're doing it because of religion. We're doing it because of power and greed and corruption. We're being brainwashed at a very early age. And some brainwashing is fine. I think I've mentioned this once before, maybe even this same example. You get brainwashed to brush your teeth twice a day because it's good for oral hygiene and your overall well-being and health. That kind of brainwashing is good. I'm a fan of that. You're brainwashed to look both ways before you cross the street. I think that's good. It's a form of survival. It gets passed down from generation to generation because you're trying to protect your children. You're trying to advance society and evolve and make things better for everyone. Those are all good examples. However, the religions, the music industry, oh, that's a good one, and the movie industry, they are brainwashing us to no end. The movie industry. I'll use one example. As a kid, growing up in the 90s, I used to like watching X-Men. Wolverine was my favorite. I thought it was really cool that he could heal himself, regenerate. He would never age, and he had claws coming out of his hands. I thought he was badass. Take that cartoon from the 90s, and one could argue that, yeah, okay, there's still violence involved, and I, as a young, impressionable individual, I am getting bad information, and it has the potential to create, a certain type of personality. one where violence is acceptable and anger and all that fun stuff. Fast forward to the early 2000s, that's when the first X-Men movie came out, and from that point on, look at each one. They each get progressively more and more violent. The most recent movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, that was just downright gory. And it took all of my feelings or thoughts towards the Wolverine series and that whole thing, just threw it out the window. I don't even want to watch that stuff anymore because it's so far away from what we as a society should be watching. I mean, it's desensitizing us and making that level of violence and gore normalized. And I think that is having a profound negative impact on how we view the world. It's really quite scary. I believe back in World War I, a number of the people who went off to war, you got a group of city folk and farm boys that go off to war. They were shooting, but they weren't aiming. So after World War I, in the movie industry, they started coming out with a lot of wartime movies, and they were obviously praising and lifting up and glorifying the act of killing. And the soldier that goes off to war and kills all the bad guys, he's going to get the girl and he's going to get the praise and all that. Please don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say right now. I am in no way trying to downplay or disrespect our armed forces, our military, those who served, veterans, and who did so bravely. That's not the message I'm trying to convey right now. It's more the fact that the movie industry had such a massive role in desensitizing and brainwashing people to normalize and make it so that the people were more willing to go and commit those deeds. You see this across history, and it's horrible. At the end of the day, once again, it comes down to money, greed, corruption, power, religion, all that fun stuff. Left, right. It's a dangerous, dangerous world, and sadly, we are all pawns in this game. I could go on for days with examples. Some things that are closer to home. The food industry. The food industry, they're putting in ingredients that they know are bad for us, but they don't care because of money. They want to make sure that investors are getting their return, and they want to make sure that we're good and addicted to the product that they're selling. They don't care that it's harmful. Why is it perfectly acceptable and legal to have harmful ingredients in a product that they sell in the United States, but those ingredients are banned in other countries? So other countries are, looking out for their societies, their citizens' best interest more so than, the company that is in America and produces the products for Americans in America, and they're poisoning us. And it's all for the almighty dollar and power. Pharmaceutical companies. I gotta believe that a lot of the people, much like in politics, a lot of these people go in with good intentions. They are well intentioned. They've got a moral compass, and over time, it just gets lost. They get corrupted. So, pharmaceutical companies. Why in the world would you have someone take a pill that helps solve one problem but creates 5 new problems? I do agree that, okay, some things you got to weigh the cost, the pros, cons, benefits. Sometimes, yeah, you got to do something that, okay, could potentially have a negative impact, but this is going to save your life right here, right now. So we need to do this and take a chance. I get it. And in so many ways, modern medicine has improved overall well-being of society. However, just like the food industry, they are poisoning us, our kids, and everyone else. It's blowing my mind that it's gotten to this point, and it's allowed. People are allowing it to happen. The problem is that we just want a quick fix. We want that instant gratification. So we know that donuts are not good for us, but we continue to eat them. That's because of all the addictive ingredients that they put in them. We know that we need to get out and walk more and just be more active in general and have movement in our lives, but we continue to sit on our tushies, for lack of just to keep it PG. We sit on our tushies and just talk about how, I have family history, it's in my DNA that I'm going to be overweight. If that were true, a lot of the people in my family were and are unhealthy, overweight, heart issues to no end. There were issues, a list as long as my arm. So if that were true, that it's all about your genetics, then I would be 200 pounds plus with heart issues and would probably be on my first or second heart attack by now, or open heart surgery. We're just making excuses, and we're allowing all these other industries to make excuses for us. And I'll just take a pill because that's going to take care of my weight. That's going to take care of my mood. Some people, yes, they need more assistance and guidance. They need a helping hand. But let's face it, we're all built differently. Not everyone is going to have Brad Pitt level abs. Just like not everyone is going to be able to run a 2-hour marathon like the top elite athletes of the world. That's just life. Work with what you got. It's so incredibly simple. Not easy, simple. You got to move more. You need to eat your fruits and vegetables. You need to spend time with your family, have some faith, and be a productive member of society. We're being brainwashed to believe that we need all of these things. We need these pills. We need to sue these people because I burned my mouth on a cup of coffee at this restaurant. And because they didn't have a warning sign on their cup, I am therefore entitled to all this money. That's the kind of society that we are living in. It's disgusting that we've become so happy, and now you see it with the commercials. Hurt in a car accident? Call GLR, or one call, that's all. Let's just sue the shit out of everybody because that's going to solve all of our problems. That is not how we're supposed to be living. That's not what we're meant to be doing. We're not supposed to be harming and pushing people down. We're supposed to be lifting one another up, living holistically amongst the rest of society, living in nature, living, within this world in harmony. And we are so disconnected from that. We're out of balance. In ancient traditional Chinese medicine, they've got your constitutions. It could be, you've got a wood constitution, or earth, or fire, water, all those different things. And each person has their own personality, their own body type. Some people may have a stronger wood constitution or metal, whatever it may be. You do have some people that are very, very balanced. And they may have an even keel constitution across the board, but generally speaking, people have a stronger constitution that leans towards, like I said, as an example, wood or metal. water, fire. Those things, having those constitutions, that makes us who we are, uniquely us. I tend to have more of a wood constitution, a tad bit rigid. So my personality as well as my body tends to be a little bit more rigid, stiff, and I'd actually say that that's pretty darn accurate. So there's certain things that I can be doing, knowing that will help to improve my life. So having a stronger wood constitution, that means that I need to be doing things to help protect and keep my liver healthy. I need to perform exercises that are conducive to a stiff body. So I need to be doing more mobility type exercises, movements, yoga as an example. That doesn't mean I totally discard everything else, but I probably need to put more emphasis on those things. That way I can be living more in harmony and have a better balance in my life. As a society, we are out of balance, and it's not going to improve overnight. It's not going to improve by one person. The President of the United States can't fix all of this stuff. It takes all of us to make a difference. And the only way that we can make a difference is if we open our eyes and realize, okay, again, politicians are going to do what politicians do. Doctors are going to do what doctors do. Lawyers are going to do what lawyers do. Accountants are going to do what accountants do. Not everyone is a bad egg. You have bad eggs in every carton. So in every industry, you're going to have a bad egg. A lot of people are truly trying to do the right thing, but sadly, those couple of bad eggs in each industry, they're making it infinitely harder for us to progress and improve as a society. And we need to call them out on their BS. We need to recognize that there are issues, and for those that are aware enough and go through the effort to do the research and are willing to speak up, we need to speak up. And for the everyday Joe, such as myself, I don't have a big platform. I don't have a long reach, so I can't extend out to very many people. This video is not going to reach all that many people. I guarantee it. There's a short video, sure, I'll reach a few hundred people, maybe 1,000. These long videos, I might reach out to 12, which is sad. I hope that this message gets out to the masses, because the people that are listening to it probably don't even need to hear this. You need to hear it from the standpoint of you just need to be aware. You need to be vigilant and keep faith, hope, and love in your heart, and believe that the future looks bright, and be optimistic, but also be aware. And try not to overcomplicate things. Again, this life is very simple. That doesn't mean it's easy, but it's simple. All those industries and all those people seeking the power, the money, the greed, they don't care about you or me or the betterment of society. They just care about their own agenda. They care about their own ego and their own power and money. So I guess what I'm trying to say in hopefully less than 20 minutes I hope that our society can figure this out. It's going to take time, and for us as individuals, I hate to use the word cancel or just turn these people off, but the ones that are speaking the loudest and that are talking the most nonsense, we're giving them power because we're continuing to click and listen. And the more clicks that they get, the more views that they get, the more entitled they feel, and oftentimes their messaging is just, it's polluted with just negativity and poison. And I'm doing my best not to be one of those individuals. And generally speaking, my videos, I try to give a positive message, and I just so people know that there is hope out there and there are good people. So many of us are addicted to the excitement of the gossip and what's happening, and the terror, the terrible things that are happening. We need to try and change this and course correct here. I'm not saying that we need to just sweep under the rug and ignore the bad things that are happening, and to just go through life with, blissful ignorance. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. However, I like using that word apparently today. If we can shift what we listen to for music into music that has more positive messages, if we can shift what we're watching for movies, stop watching the gory stuff, the terrible, heinous, morbid type movies. That stuff that's just seeping into our system, and it's poisoning us. Apparently, I like using that word today as well. I'm terribly sorry that this message was basically a rant for more than 20 minutes now, but geez, we have to do better. We can do better. We must do better. And it starts with you as an individual. If you can improve yourself, then you can improve the lives of those around you. And if everybody can do that, then we can change the world together, and we can do it for the better. So be cognizant of what you're taking in. Be cognizant of the food that you're taking in, of the messaging, of what people are trying to preach. And much like me, I right now I'm preaching, do this, do that, don't do this. Oh, these people are doing that. This is good, this is bad. And I'm not trying to demonize any individual or group specifically. I am calling out certain industries and saying that they have had a profound effect on society. Some of it good, some of it really wonderful, but some of it's really, really bad. And we need to try and experience or we need to stop allowing so much of the bad to enter our lives, and let's shift things to the good. So I don't really know what else to say other than I wish everyone the best. We're a week away from Christmas. I'm very excited about that. And I hope that everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas, a very good end of the year. 2025 is almost done. So let's finish it out positively. Sorry, I'm shifting hands here, going in reverse. Let's finish it out with a bang. Have love in your heart. Reach out to your family and friends this holiday season. Tell them how much you love them. And that being said, God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Let's change the world together. Bye-bye.